Cronulla just got there after the bell, thanks to Nicho Hynes last week. A big scalp, though, they claimed against Parramatta. And this guy, Connor Tracy, was outstanding against the Eels. A try assist, 180 running metres. He was a half. He's played in the centres and on the wing, Brad Fittler, more recently, and done a sterling job. He
actually went to high school across the road from where Cronulla's home ground is. Went to South Sydney, played his junior rep football there. Come through as a 5'8", but very versatile, can play anywhere in the back line. He showed his value last week, scoring a try.
After trailing the Panthers 20 points to 6 at halftime last week, St George Illawarra got within 4 points in the end. Phil Gould, as I welcome you to the coverage. Moses Mbai, no stranger to playing at dummy half, but I'm wondering, in the conditions, not having a recognised 9 is an issue for St George Illawarra.
Yeah, it could well be. He'll handle the ball more than any other Dragons player, but he's extremely experienced. He's a cool customer. Yeah, good, he's also got a kicking game out of dummy half, which could be valuable tonight as well. And I'm sure he'll get the job done for his team. The Sharks will be running with a strong nor'easter behind them in this first half, and the wind driving into the face of the Dragons. The weather has really closed in here now.
It is throwing it down. Anthony Griffin said it might be a field goal in it. Last time they met, it was a golden point game. Chad Townsend kicked a field goal to get the Sharks home. Here's old number 7 jumper, now in the safekeeping of the prize signing, Nicho Hynes. Another of the key acquisitions. Dale Finucane captains the Sharks for the 3rd time. He's been captain in all 3 games he's played for the club since moving from the Melbourne Storm. So we start this wonderful multicultural round in the pouring rain in Wollongong. Here's Toby Rudolph. And when it rains, there's a bit of extra whack in the tackles. You'll see the water spraying everywhere. It's good fun at home. I don't think it's all that much fun for the combatants out there. Just short of the 20-metre line there. The ball played by the Sharks, and Finucane with his first run. Jack Bird in the back row up there with Moses Mbai. And now Talakai, sorry Brad.
This is the best life gets, mate. Playing footy in the rain.
Hynes now. He kicks high, and it's towards the wing of Cody Ramsey. He was taking no risks with that one. Hasn't scored a try in the opening 2 rounds of the season. The speedster Cody Ramsey, and now Moses Suli. And Bird, after 3 plays, the Dragons up within touching distance of the halfway. They've won 6 of 8 games against the Sharks down here in Wollongong. Feels like it's either cyclonic wind or pouring rain whenever we come down here. Sewer now back on an angle. Good strong run. He carried Finucane for a few metres there. Played it on the 30-metre line. The ball sent from Mbai to Ben Hunt. His 270th appearance tonight. And the kick, it was absolutely perfect. It looked like it was going to carry the in goal, but it fell in the field of play.
Well, I asked Ben Hunt, did he think the conditions suited the Dragons? And he said, well, we've had a chance to train here. We know the wind very well.
High tackle.
As the Cronulla Sharks get a relieving penalty.
Quick.
But he absolutely nailed that kick. It landed 1 metre out from the end goal, gave the Sharks absolutely no chance.
Yep, no worries,
of getting their balls down the field.
And what a good sport Ben Hunt is. After they do the warm-up, he stopped, stood in the pouring rain and did an interview with you. Most footballers would have said, no, I'm off.
Foot now, Jaden. Hold.
Here's Braden Hamlin-Ueli securing his spot as a starting front rower these days. He was one of those dynamic bench players throughout the first couple of years of his career. Now Rudolph playing it. Blake Brayley, Dale Finucane. Ball out the back to Hynes, down to Tracy. Good strong defence there. Zach Lomax had a tremendous game against the Panthers last week. Now Talakai. Mbai, the tackler on the halfway. Brayley to Hamlin-Ueli once again. Francis Molo. He's 9-7 in matches against the Sharks. Francis, all of those with North Queensland, of course. This is a tester. Macaulay Ravalawa. He'll get a few of them tonight. The ball
Cage,
was
backwards from
alive.
Dragons.
Oh, backwards from the Dragons.
And knocked on Cronulla. It's a scrum.
Well, his hands aren't the most reliable in the business, Ravalawa, so add the rain and you've got potentially the recipe for disaster. Ooh. So it's a knock on there from Kennedy, the ruling.
Yeah, had Moylan held on to that, they would have had another 6 tackles, but he took the speculator, and as it's turned out, Kennedy has knocked the ball on for the Sharks, and the Dragons get a reprieve. But any catch is going to be difficult. Any high ball will be difficult in these conditions tonight.
I reckon Moylan assumed that it would have been called a knock on,
Yeah,
because he wouldn't have thrown that risky pass, I wouldn't imagine, if he didn't think he was going to get the ball back.
Now, this is the risky part, isn't it, in these conditions, Brad? Coming out of yardage, you've got to be so secure with your ball handling. The Sharks will be up quick, too quick, actually.
that's a bad penalty for the Sharks. There's no need to do that under these conditions. It's hard enough for the team with the ball as it is without giving them an easy passage out with a penalty, because you can't be half a yard onside.
Here's Moses Sully. Can I give a collective congratulations to all the fans on the hill? There's a fair smattering of fans over there. Like, there's no cover anywhere near the joint. The rain's pouring down on them.
And there's more coming in.
Yeah. They love their footy. They're the real footy purists over there. Here's Hunt now, working with a mow. Now Sloan, little man with light feet in the rain, always works well. Mow now for Francis Molo. Geez, a weapon when he runs the ball. Centre field. 21 metres short of the Sharks line. A moment with it now, tries to roll it in. Moylan did well. And now Matthew Ikavalu, 39 games, 25 tries. He was left out last week after coming over from the Roosters. Now Ramian with a strong run. It's a strong Sharks team when Matty Ikavalu can miss a spot in the back line. He's coming tonight with Mulatalo missing because of a head knock. Danica, they're telling me to come to you with a weather update. I think we can look out the window and see what that is.
I think it's pretty obvious. It's wet. There's a fair bit of wind around it at the moment. It's about 15 k's or so nor'easter. When we were out the back at their training field, you could see the rain sort of just swirling around. So a fair bit of wind around, but yeah, as I said, a lot of rain as well. And looking at the radar, there's plenty more on its way as well.
Let's get the cameras up on that hill over there on the Wollongong Ocean side. Because when you look up the dictionary for footy fan, that's what it looks like. They're the real footy fans. Have a look at them. Thursday night, flags, signs, jerseys, tracksuits.
Rain, hail or shine, eh?
They're there. These two teams are just going to have to work out it's like this all night. This is not going to let up. And the football is just grind away, concentrate, grind away, concentrate, repeat, 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 repeat. And hopefully the opposition cracks first.
Are you kicking early, Gus? You love the early kick.
Love the early kick. Love the early kick. Sharks have got to use it more.
Just need to fight for that quick play of the ball. The defence gets so condensed, it's really tricky to get a quick play of the ball. But when you get it, you've got to pounce. You've got to be ready to kick or ready to pass.
Here's Hunt on the 5th. Will Kennedy, the Porter Gallen medal winner as the Sharks Player of the Year last year. And he returns it just near the 30-metre line. It's Tracy.
So those first 3 tackles, Terrell Sloan is right up behind the line here. Look at him, he's not far behind. An easy kick in behind or tackle 2 or 3 will get maximum benefit.
Katoa dummy half now. Hines controlling things out to Moylan.
You just take five tackles for a mistake. They could have kicked on tackle 2, 3 or 4 there and found really good metres in behind Sloan and isolated them on his own. Instead, waiting for a shift on tackle 5 in these conditions It's just, you know, that's what's going to be like. And they'll work out, the two teams will work out after about 10 minutes that that's just a waste of time.
th game for Matt Moylan tonight. Played 89 for the Panthers. He's 61st in Cronulla colours this evening. It's good to see him fit, actually. I talked about the work he's done with Justin Lang, the brother of Martin and the son of John. Very well credentialed expert in that field down in the Shire. Here's Laurie now. Hit hard by Hamlin-Uele. And Britton Nakora there as well. There you go. Third tackle kick by Hunt. Plugs it into the corner. The ball skims along the turf. Oh, that got a bit hairy, but it rolled over.
Okay, in a touch, play the ball.
Great play. Perfectly placed into the corner. If it could have just sat up and not gone into touch, it would have been absolutely perfect.
Hold with us. Marcus, push up, Moses.
And that just puts the Sharks back 3 on notice that they're prepared to kick early, even into the wind.
And they've got them where they want them here, inside their 20, trying to come away from their own line. Here's Ramian now. Oh, look at that gang tackle from the Dragons. That's hungry defence. There's 5 of them there.
Hold, Jaden. Go, 2.
Now Hamlin-Uele, Ben Hunt the first tackle, and Molo was part of that too. Quick play the ball. Hines is going to kick. They were listening. It's a great kick downfield. This is going to roll all the way to the in goal. Just about. Sloan has to hustle back. Beautiful kick, Hines. Great kick, chase Sharks.
Well, that'll be the easiest 60 metres they make tonight.
I think they heard you, Gus.
Here now, Dale. Hold. Hold, go, 2.
And look at the set of 6 now for the Dragons by comparison. Only just getting behind the ball now. It's all one out running. So easy to defend.
North Sully, there's nothing easy to defend about him though. He's a beast. With good footwork too. He stepped inside one defender there. Here's Sewer. Oh, that was a dry weather pass. Lomax did well to take it. He wants to pop one around the corner, but realised that mightn't have been the percentage play. Ben Hunt again. Kicks up and under. Sione Katoa at the back. Celebrated his 50th NRL appearance last week with a try and 156 running metres against Parramatta. Oh, offload. There's sort of hearts in your mouth at the moment with the ball handling, but they've done pretty well, both teams. Now Rudolph, look at that for a charge. Great run. Nico Hines and Will Kennedy and Britton Nakora step back inside. One-handed pass away. Hines there. Moylan now. Over the top it goes. Good handling. Tracy. Ball goes out to the wing now. Ikavalu down the flank. Good covering tackle. Bundles him over.
Well, great play by both teams. Moving the ball in these conditions, the Sharks. Moylan throws a nice cutout, hits Connor Tracy. Ikavalu's up nice and flat. Tarek Sims. Looked like Johnny Raper. How many times would the old Dragons fans have seen that tackle from Johnny Raper? Covering across the back. Under a bit of pressure, old Tarek. There's been plenty said about what's happening with his footy and which club he's going to play for.
He was your origin forward last year, wasn't he?
Back row, he was fantastic.
Plays great.
Absolutely fantastic.
Some blokes are just suited, aren't they?
He's playing in the middle here in 13. We've grown used to him playing on an edge, but he's a super player. Tarek Sims, big of the game. There he goes.
Well, that's where his career is now going. He's at the back end of his career. He's still got plenty of time left, and he knows himself he's got to graduate into a middle player.
Here's Mbai. Oh, good shot. Nakora. First time Moses has started in the number 9 since round 1 2020 when he was with the West Tigers. Here's a wobbling kick downfield. Oh, It's gone back. Bit of experience there for Mikavalu. So this Southern Sydney derby, Gus, we don't talk about it as much as we used to. The Roosters and the South derby's the one everyone talks about, but for a while there, this was as spiteful as it got, wasn't it? We used to seeing it Sunday afternoons at Shark Park or Cogra.
Well, they talk about it in the Shire. The Shire doesn't care about the Roosters.
Oh, Panukin through the middle of them. We'll come back to that. Great run for Nuka. Now Hines, little chip in over the top. He turns the fullback around. Ramsey, the slip and slide, and did well to handle the football. And he's caught a couple of metres out. I guess with all the drama with the Roosters and Souths, this one's kind of taken a back seat in terms of the publicity. But there's a lot of tension between these clubs. They're literally based next to each other.
Well, he shared the same home ground last year.
That was charitable. Andrew Johns, how are you down there, my friend?
Oh, never better. Just watching Dale Finucane, especially in defence, just watch at home, just watch him, what he does in the defensive line. He's the first back and the first one up, communicating to his forwards. And Freddie would know more about him coaching him at origin level, but his attention to detail and how hard he works the defensive line, just keep an eye on the number 13 for Cronulla.
And the Sharks just starting to win the grind here. The last couple of kicks from the Dragons have been under pressure. And they start tackle one, over the halfway on tackle two. Another really good kick and chase in this set just could really put the Dragons under the pump.
Rudolph's been strong.
There's a real knack to playing wet weather football in these types of conditions. There's a mentality more than a knack. There you go.
Oh, fourth tackle penalty.
Now you've got your penalty.
Do you have a shot, Gus?
Well, I would. I think
Absolutely.
2 points is really valuable tonight. Nico Hines it's right pretty much where he kicked it from last week to win him the game. You'll have good feelings. He's got the wind behind him. Kick the goal, son. Don't think twice.
This is what you play for. You play for penalties. You play for quick play balls. You play for errors. I reckon there's a...
Okay.
Someone's
Jayden.
gone down and spoken to Nico Hines about Tyrell Sloan.
Jayden. Yeah.
This can't be a sin bin, can it? There's a report, maybe.
I thought it was pretty hard done by last week
Shoulder
against the
to the head.
Panthers.
It's on report in the bin, mate.
Oh, really?
Who?
The tackler, Jaden Sewer.
I'll have to see that again, but I thought it was hard done by last week on Sean O'Sullivan. He wasn't that late on that tackle. But I reckon they've spoken to Nico Hines and Matt Moylan. Tyrell Sloan, he's up very flat. Deep into the tackle count as well.
Let's have another look at this. All right, we will get to it.
Well, they're kicking for touch.
Wait for the foot hit, Tarek. Go. No time.
So the Sharks, I think they were looking at the goal, but given the sin bin, they've got a defensive line, one man down. They're trying to take advantage here. Hines, that's beautiful football. Katoa! What a pass by Hines.
You think try? Okay.
That's a lovely set piece by Cronulla, and the ball was on the money.
Look how the Sharks players, but this is what they call they fan out. They don't stand wide in position. They'll actually start a little bit narrow, and all these players will fan towards the outside. See that? They're running inside out. Katoa goes to the corner. This will be touch and go as to whether or not his hip has touched the line before the ball got down. They started well in field to compress the Dragons' defence up. He's down before the line. I think he's going to be out.
He's up, he's up,
He's out.
down.
He's out. He hasn't got that ball down. He hasn't got that ball down.
They do a great job disguising to Cody Ramsey how wide they're actually going to run.
Okay.
You can see Cody Ramsey looking very comfortable.
Okay, Ash, it's a review on the touchline, mate, with the grounding. Sione.
Come on.
So he'll actually bounce before the line, and then he starts to
Just checking
slide.
whether Sione Katoa grounds the ball before going out.
Comes down before the line. He'll start to slide.
He's short at the moment. The ball's on the ground. The ball is now off the ground.
Well, he's
Just
up.
checking to
His
see whether his
body's
feet
still
has
up
gone into
there.
touch.
Come on, Ash, his whole body's out.
As you can see, Sione Katoa has gone into touch before grounding the ball. We have a decision.
Good chase by Ben Hunt to put pressure on there.
Yeah.
Well, the conditions help there. Sione Katoa is one of those incredible players where he just can leap through the air, have the ball in one hand. But the conditions have favoured the Dragons in this situation.
He's gone in a touch, Nico, so it's going to be a play the ball to the Dragons.
It's very hard. You go near sidelines in wet weather. This is what happens. You keep sliding. You can't stop. And the where he had the ball, he didn't outstretch with his hand. He kept it close to his chest to keep possession. And he came down before the line.
That was beautiful. Beautiful play, though, wasn't it? Beautifully orchestrated.
Yes, they do it really effectively. They compress up with the ball to compress the defensive line up. And then they fan out as they run. And they use their speed to get around you.
And right to Sims now. This is fun. I like this. Like footy in the wet. And they don't mind getting down and dirty, these teams. And Ben Hunt playing it. And Laurie with a charge. Gets up within 5 metres of the halfway line. Blake Brayley, the tackler, he made 98 tackles in the last 2 games he played. So rounds 1 and 2 combined. Oh, good take, Kennedy. And he's trying to get the outside of Sula here, and he does. And now Katoa, who's a real flyer, he tries to he can't outpoint Ben Hunt again. Great covering tackle by the Dragons halfback and captain. Now Ramian. He gets an offload away to Hines, who's trying to explore through the middle. Back to Kennedy. Ramsey with a desperate tackle.
He just didn't quite get it in his hands, Will Kennedy. There was space on the outside. Just didn't quite get a good grip.
Great footy to watch from Cronulla. Now Tolman, the veteran, he'll play game 300 next week, or at least he's scheduled to. And Brayley wasn't sure where to go there. It's back with Finucane, who'll be stopped just outside the Dragons 10. They've still got 2 tackles remaining on this set. Moylan sweeping around to the open side. He gets it now. And it's the same sort of play with Ramian for the line. Oh, the backhander. Take 2, Sione Katoa. Stop it.
This is brilliant work on the outside, but I tell you why they get the chance. Nico Hines has just got a 6th sense about when to let the ball go and let them release. Nico Hines doesn't run 1 inch too far. Andrew Johns will explain this to you, but see how he saw the defence crabbing quickly, so he let it go really quick. Harvey Norman replay, the space on the outside is created by the halfback knowing when to let the ball go.
Difficult kick this one. Andrew Johns, Nico Hines, what a start he's had here. He's picked up from what he did last week.
That was beautiful halfback play. Go far enough into the line to attract the defenders, but not too far to take time off your outside men. Give time to make time. Yeah. Classic halfback play.
And you've got to remember, this is his first permanent crack at halfback in the NRL. He played fullback and he was the interchange at Melbourne, so he's still learning on the job.
We'll see the effect of the breeze here and whether or not he can pull it a little bit left to let it drift back right.
Oh, Nico.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Stay behind it here, boys. Just going to wait for that clock, Tyrell. Still 5 seconds, mate.
Sione Katoa got knocked back, and about a minute and a half later, he went over and avenged the bunker decision where he went over the touchline. 6 points to 0 here in Wollongong. Those last couple of passages of play, it's dry weather footy from the Sharks. Brilliant skill.
Well, they sense their opportunity. Dragons are down to 12 men because we had a bunker bin, a bunker sim min.
Tackle 2.
Here. Who's this, Toby? No.
Ikavalu.
Is it Matty Cavallo?
Ikavalu.
Oh, I don't like the look of this. He's grabbed at the leg, and you can see he's writhing with pain.
Oh, it's come down right on the back of him.
Laurie's just sat on his leg.
Oh.
We're just talking to Wade Graham out of the back as we we're doing some interviews. And he's got a high ankle sprain, a syndesmosis, had the operation.
How far away is he, Brad? Did he mention anything?
I think about another 4 weeks.
All right, Ikavalu putting some weight on this.
They're so prevalent now because players are standing in tackles. You've got those players coming into the legs behind.
I'll throw to the break here. Sharks 6-0 over the Dragons. Interesting to see if Ikavalu comes off, who'll be the replacement. Looks like Cameron McInnes is the man. They've got Braden Trindle on the bench. Thought maybe he'd be the one, but Ikavalu is playing the ball and he's staying out there. So that's a wonderful sign.
Well, they have got Sasai Talakai, who came over as a centre.
Yeah.
So he plays back row and centre. Does a real good job.
Oh, there he is now, and what a run. Yes, good point. They could McInnes into the back row and Talakai to the centres. Moylan now against a retreating defence. And Connor Tracy, oh, that's a high tackle by Sims now.
Leave it.
Well, there's been a problem in the last couple of games is their discipline. It happened last year as well. No good going out to bash everyone every week if you're just going to get penalised for it.
Oh.
Sit, Nico.
Well, the last bloke went to the sin bin for something very similar. This one's not a sin bin.
I suppose they're differentiating between shoulder charge and a lazy arm. He's got big arms, Tarek Sims. I wonder if they take that into
he's a monster. He's a monster.
Well, they are proper guns. Moylan now, and Hines, and here's some great passing. They'll go over and score another one. They're a good side, the Sharks. They're on fire.
Yeah, and they're really taking advantage of this 12-man unit from the Dragons. The work on the inside is beautiful. The way they set up the outside and release these speed men. Look at the tight play. Harvey Norman replay. Tight play, tight play, tight play. Then all of a sudden, the speed men can hit the ball with momentum and just outnumber their opposition. Andrew, that's brilliant, isn't it?
It's nice to see a team just go through the hands. Instead of having sweeping big plays like this, catch and pass, ball in front, catch and pass. Harvey Norman replay. Talakai does a great job there. So good to see back rowers passing the ball to their centres. But don't underestimate the first pass from Brayley from dummy half. And watching his service from dummy half, they are bullets and they hit the mark every time. Look at that pass. Straight in front of the sponsor. That's what you want as a halfback. Gives you time to play. Watch his pass. Bang. Good footy.
Yeah.
They're looking good, the Sharks. Geez, they're looking good.
Once again, Joey, Nico Hines giving time. Nice early ball to Will Kennedy. Passed on the responsibility. Then Will Kennedy to Talakai.
Just on Wade Graham, I just spoke to him. He's back in 3 weeks.
Okay. Yep. Well, look, they're doing well, and they've got the troops to come back. They've got no Wilton who's suspended and Mulatalo because of a head knock, so they're only going to get stronger.
Yeah. It's one of the hardest things for playmakers to learn is to A, play together as they just did then, but B, to give each other time, to provide time for the second playmaker to have his play time and not run him onto the defence. Nico Hines and Moreland have just done that perfectly twice.
He's left this out right. It's 10-0. Well, Matakavalu, he was just about done. We thought he'd done his knee and his night was over. He stayed out there and a minute later he scores in the corner. 10-0. Oh, look at this. Still just under 3 minutes until Jaden Stewart comes back, and the Sharks have scored all 10 points against a 12-man Dragons team. They don't want to give them another penalty and leg them up here.
Well, it happened last week against the Panthers. The Panthers scored 14 points while Jaden Stewart spent 10 minutes in the sin bin. Never got a knock on. There's a bit of a reprieve.
Okay, we're beyond yardage.
But yeah, last week against the Panthers, Jaden Stewart went to the sin bin. They scored 2 tries and kicked the penalty goal.
Oh, it's a chance here for the Dragons to hit back. In these conditions, I can't imagine that they wouldn't have worked out at least one play tonight to try and get a kick in behind for Sloan.
Will, all the way, Will.
Or young Ramsey, because they're both extremely quick and they're good kick chasers.
In there, Moses.
Oh,
Scrum penalty.
Is this a differential?
Yeah, look at the arm. He'll go up and down.
Wait up. He hasn't done it.
You can't kick it out,
You've got to
mate.
go up and down with the arm.
No, you can't just kick the ball.
Come on, Jared.
Jared.
Oh, it's a bit of a letdown.
Well, here's a chance for a hit back. And it helps wear down the clock while they're in possession.
So Mbai for Jack Bird now. You can add back row to the long list of positions he's occupied at NRL level. I think there's area he hasn't played, maybe apart from prop. Jack DeBellin on the ground now. Tackled there by Nakora near the 20-metre line. Ben Hunt with a pass to Laurie. Had his legs taken away by Finucane and Rudolph around the ball. Here's Hunt, looks inside, plays outside. Bird's there once again, but the Sharks saw him. Plenty of Cronulla jumpers. Oh, he's got the ball in one hand there. Just be careful, Jack. Oh, he's got up pushing and shoving as well. Hunt now, working up in the back line. A moan inside to Sloan. They're still pushing and shoving each other. Oh, there's a few in there, actually. Ben Hunt fires it well out in front of Makali Ravalawa. Now, what's happened out here?
Well, they're still going, and the Dragons went the wrong way. All the space was out here where the fight was going on.
Let's go. Let's go. Play the ball there.
Let's have a look. Jack Bird gets up. There's a little bit of a shove. I don't like you, or I don't like you back. I don't like you more. And mates come in to say that we don't like you either.
Hey, don't do anything silly when you got the ball.
They used to be teammates with a few of these blokes.
Yeah, so there's no hair pulling and there's no punching.
Right.
Play on. Nobody liked each other in all that.
Coleman. Oh, crunch. Whack.
That was Jack Bird's response.
You know what? That run from Aidan Tolman, he was asking to get barreled. He was standing there, right in the middle of the big fellas. Oh, there's a collision. Talakai. They're trying to muscle up defensively on this set here, the Dragons. And Nico Hines says, you know what, I've seen enough. Sends it long and high, and Ramsey takes the catch. He's getting a lot of hang time on these kicks, and it's giving the Chase the chance to run down the field and get set. Now Ravalawa is in great try-scoring form. He's got 8 in his last 6 games, going back to last season, including a hat-trick versus the Warriors in round 1. DeBellin, good footwork, snuck inside of Nakora there. Played the ball to Mbai, and Jack Bird back on an angle, looking for something, gets to Moylan, swats him away, gets the pass away to Sewer, and now Lomax stepping, trying to find his way to the line. He went over the sideline.
I think it's, I've got forward from
Clover's
Zach
come off
to
the
start
Sharks'
with.
hand.
Forward
He
from
was pretty
Zach to
optimistic
start
here
with.
by Zach Lomax.
So I'm going to play a scrum.
Some great
because it's
footwork to come
forward
off
and
the
then
right
touched
foot
by
and
Cronulla.
get inside Tracy.
So it's a scrum.
But the flick pass was optimistic. There was plenty of jerseys there. Comes off the right foot, beats Tracy.
Yeah, it's forward.
That's forward.
He set up a try a couple of weeks, and you could just see it in his own mind. It was all happening at the same. It was the same movie,
Wait
but
for the call of break.
a different background.
Jack Bird can do that to your defensive line. He bounces across field, and then all of a sudden he'll surge or find a pass. You've really got to work hard from his inside.
Right.
Here's Cam McInnes. It'll be his first match against the Dragons since he left. Oh, the ball was lost, and there was a real chance there. Bird couldn't
First one,
scoop it up.
Sharks. Everybody up. Shot clock on.
That was Ben Hunt. He's a sneak, isn't he, Ben Hunt?
His defence has been wonderful so far in this game.
He's just in there.
Look at this. If he
all the
picks it up,
time.
they nearly score. Andrew?
Arms around.
Yeah, just watching Zach Lomax there, Freddie. The centres for New South Wales, Lomax, Latrell, Katoni Staggs, Jesse Raymond. Geez, there's a lot of centres putting their hands up.
Yeah, young Steve Crichton for the Panthers also plays on the right-hand side as well.
Turbo there the last few years. Here goes the front rower now. It's Francis Molo. Right-hand post. Ball sent away, and now an inside pass. Tried to split the defence there, but they converge, and DeBellin is put down within a metre of the line. Here's the Dragons' best chance of the game. Ben Hunt gets a pass away, and on the back-up, will they score here? They're over. Yes, he's got it down. It's Ben Hunt, is it? It is.
Okay, Ash. That will be tackle 4. Have no try.
Oh, no try.
Just confirming that Ben Hunt doesn't get the ball to ground.
Well, he reckons he has.
That was a great offload in the wet conditions, and Ben Hunt really surges to the line. But I'm not sure. I think Kennedy is underneath him here.
Just seeing whether Ben Hunt gets the ball to the ground. He maintains possession. At the moment, the ball is up. The ball is still up.
It was an over-exuberant
We now lose sight of the ball, just checking some other angles.
celebration.
Well, he's a fibber.
He's a fibber for sure.
Well, you don't know he's a fibber.
Well, Ramian dropped the ball and his hands are in there. He was fibbing. He
It's
got
a
away
fib.
with that one.
Yeah.
You're prematurely fibbing here. Let's just see.
No, I'm declaring him a fibber.
Yeah. Now he thinks I'll score it with a celebration.
Based on all the angles available, we're supporting the on-field decision.
The ball's a metre in the air now.
We have a decision.
It's above his head.
I want the bunker man to say, with all the views available, we think he's a fibber.
Yeah, I think he
Out
lied.
there.
I'd love the bunker to say that.
Push markers up too, Hendo.
Will that win
Push
you
up,
over with the
Rico.
bunker, would it?
Yeah, it's a fib. He's a fibber.
It was brilliant work. Once again, Jack Bird. He was dangerous on the other side, skipping across the field. This time he goes through the line.
All right, well, it's only tackle 4 now, so there's still time here. They're within striking distance. It's Kerr playing it. Ball sent away to Talatau Mo, and a kick towards the end goal. He's a good player to school, Kennedy, isn't he?
Gets better every year.
Oh.
He's a kid who had greater talent, but, you know, confidence or self-belief issues when he was younger. But they've persevered with him, and he brings his training form to the playing field these days. He's a really dangerous player and a good one.
And Cam McInnes with the previous run, missed all of last year. Even though he's left the club, gee, they'd have a soft spot for him here, wouldn't they? He's a warrior, Cam McInnes. Good catch. An early kick again, though. That one from Brayley out of dummy half, and the kick chase, they know that that's the tactic here. They're rushing upfield. Now Ravalawa. The first half hour's gone fast. This has been really good footy, despite the conditions. And Sewer, he'll be feeling okay after 10 minutes in the bin. Now Molo. Got an origin jumper last year, Francis. Ben Hunt. Oh, questionable ball to de Belin. But he wants to play it quickly, and he's able to do that. Moses Mbai fires it back for a Ben Hunt kick here on tackle 5. Kennedy's the man under pressure.
Brilliant.
They're going to try to pin them here in a corner, but that was a good run by Ikavalu, and now they're going to try and shift here. They get out to Katoa, the speed machine. He bumped off Bird, and Ben Hunt is there again. Kerr part of the tackle. Gee, that should probably be a penalty, shouldn't it? They got away with it. Brayley.
Good run. It was nearly a great run. He nearly came out the other side there.
Here's Moylan. Tackle made by Molo, and it'll be Hines with another high kick. Lovely timing on that. Sloan running back with the path of the ball in the end. Just wonder how that breeze is going. It looks like it's died down. It was quite significant when the game started.
Seems to be coming in off the ocean a little bit more. Freddie's windsock up there can't really make its mind up.
Well, I think when I was down at ground level, the windsock was hitting me in the back of the head, but then the rain was coming the other way, so it comes across, hits the stadium, and then swirls back around.
Big call, that one. Strip by the Sharkies.
Hold for the foot. Hold for it.
Dragons would love some points before half-time, and then they turn with a bit of breeze at their back in the second half. 10 is not insurmountable by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, by the way, they finished last week against the Premiers. Absolutely. Hunt now, and Talatau Amone, one of 4 Dragons who debuted in the top grade last year. It's his 14th career appearance this evening. Now Josh Kerr. Mbai out of dummy half, away to Ben Hunt. Now Sewer, and around the back, good passing. Ravalawa!
In a touch.
He's into touch.
Nice
Play the
play.
ball.
Nice play.
Sharks.
These young playmakers are going to be a real handful in years to come. Amon and Sloan really like these two. Really good, solid contact there.
Not much in it.
Connor Tracy came really hard over the top on Ravalawa.
Hold now. Hold here.
Andrew Johns talking about the great centres that New South Wales have available. Great centres don't get to make the New South Wales side because Freddie keeps picking all the fullbacks in the centres.
They're pretty good ones.
We've got to get Tedesco, Latrell and Trebojevic all into the side.
Hey, it's Latrell versus Tedesco tomorrow night, actually, if you don't mind.
10 metres.
Friday night footy.
Now here's a danger, because Nico Hines should find good ground with this kick finder. They lead 10-0, and the Dragons, I don't think they'd like to be chasing any more than what they are at the moment. Yeah, Turbo, Latrell and Tedesco. It's not a bad trio, is it? We've got to get them all in the team somewhere.
Well, the rain's got heavier. Oh, McInnes picked off by Molo. Oh, that won't worry him. Tolman now. Stopped by Kerr and de Belin. They've got a set play coming up here somewhere for Feeders on the park in 17. Now, Moylan's a natural runner. He takes on the bigger defenders there, and they don't make much yardage on that particular tackle. Brayley working across the field to Tolman now. De Belin made the tackle. Hines is on the right-hand side. Moylan's left. It'll come to the 7. And he's going to send Ramian into them. He's very strong, Jesse Ramian. Can't get there, but this is a very big play right now. Nico Hines, up in the air it goes. They've got a chance. They've got a try. They've got another one. It's a Talakai who flew up and took it.
Well, on fifth tackle there, when you looked across the Dragons line, if he was going to kick for an outside support, he landed it in absolutely the perfect place. He couldn't have landed it any better to find a gap in the Dragons' defensive line. Watch this, Harvey Norman replay, Nicho Hines, even under pressure, he finds that hole. Look at that, that's inch perfect. Absolutely brilliant. Andrew, how well weighted is that?
Oh, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's when you want to land him right on that try line, in between those defenders. She's had a game, Talakai. Been really impressive. Really physical in attack, but showed his class then. It's a good beard too. That's a really good beard. Is that a stick-on one, or is that fair dinkum? But yeah, in these conditions, rushed, players coming at him. Look at that beautiful kick. He is having a night out, Nicho Hines.
They did a great job, the whole set of six, the Sharks. They had movement all around the back of the ball and just kept drawing in the St. George defence, and they just kept laying off back through the inside, give it to the lead runner, went to the other side of the ruck, back to the inside, give it to the lead runner. When Nicho Hines looked up, Zach Lomax was 10 metres outside the upright, and there was jerseys, Cronulla jerseys spread to the sideline. The whole set of six was about drawing the Dragons in tighter and tighter and tighter. And when the kick come in, there was no white jerseys left.
That is one mean-looking beard, that, from Sifa Talakai.
Put some food in it.
If Joey wants to find it, if it's real, he should go up and see if he can rip it off at half-time, Joey. see how he reacts.
Yeah. Be better. I'd rather do that than sit in the rain, boys. No, I'm loving it. I can see he's up there. Good on you, Fiddler.
Just keep making that effort for us. Thanks, Moses.
5 seconds.
5 seconds, mate. Stay behind it, boys.
What a wonderful performance in the first half by Cronulla. 16-0.
Yeah, but they've had a pretty good win behind them. On the back of some poor discipline as well by the Dragons. He knows what he's doing, Ben Hunt.
The windsock's gone, Freddie. It's doing nothing at the moment.
Limp. Yeah, a bit sad.
It's doing nothing.
Makora. And now Blake Brayley win once in a lifetime access to Telstra's footy ad space during round 9 of the Telstra NRL Premiership. Join Telstra Plus and enter by the 21st of March. Eligibility criteria and T's and C's apply. Last tackle, Moreland with the kick now. It's a shallow sort of kick. Oh, little bobble, but Ramsey held on to it.
He's occasionally got a little bobble in him.
Oh, Ben Hunt. He's been the Dragons' best by a mile in the first half, and he offloads as well. To Ravaloa. Oh,
Moses, you're out of play.
Oh, he's offside. He was in front of the play the ball, and then came back behind to catch the pass. But once you're in front of the ruck, you're out.
Moses is in front of the play the ball, never gets back behind it. You can't take part and you gain any advantage from it. From the play the ball, he's in front.
Yeah. So we need to go back a bit further there, but he was in front of the play the ball. So this can take the Sharks to 18-0. And Hines will take the shot from just outside the 20-metre line.
Going for 2.
Yes, a bit unfortunate, but potentially very costly. 16-0 the Sharks. Hines has hit them beautifully so far. This is his easiest attempt of the evening.
He just doesn't have a pulse, this kid. He never looks flustered. Boom.
Yep.
He's going to be one heck of a signing. Brad, how much, in terms of recruitment, how much do you think the Melbourne Storm factor would be considered in terms of recruitment? If you see like a player like Hines, who's been in that Melbourne system and worked his way up into the top grade, would that be a prime consideration?
Absolutely. And have a look what Nico Hines gone through as well. Yeah. Shown plenty of patience. Didn't go chasing contracts early. Then when he got his opportunity, he absolutely nailed it in two positions.
Stay behind, boys.
And I was speaking to Fitzy. Nico Hines was in our camp. Craig Fitzgibbon was the assistant coach. And you know, then once you hang around Nico Hines and look at his work ethic along with Dale Finucane, you just know he's going to be a winner and turn some of those players in your club which haven't quite worked out professionalism. He just lives and breathes it.
Well, as you say, he wasn't far away from a Blues jumper last year, and the way he started this year, you'd imagine he'd be somewhere in the discussion. 18-0.
Yeah, perfect first half. 40 minutes of wet weather football from the Sharks. I'll be very pleased with that, and a lot to do for the Dragons.
Yes, James, let's see whether the Dragons in front of their home crowd can score first here after the break. Multicultural round, of course, a wonderful celebration of the diverse heritage of everyone in the rugby league community. Our game is built on the belief that our differences make us more than the sum of our parts. That is, all of us is better than one of us. Wherever you're from and wherever you have arrived from, we are stronger together. It's a wonderful initiative, multicultural round, and I know the Bulldogs have been at the centre of this too during the week, Phil Gould.
Yeah, had the announcement at Joe Bell's Cafe in the heart of Belmore there this week. Everyone was there from the NRL and discussing the number of cultures that we have and heritages we have in our game, which is great. Brad Fittler, your sock, what's it doing over there?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing happening. A little bit coming from the north. The Dragons will be assisted a little bit. Oh, look at it.
No. There's the faithful. There's the Hill faithful. We salute you. I reckon there's more there now than it was at the start of the game.
Yeah, they've rung their mates and said it's fun. A lot of them have got to get home from work too. I mean, it's Thursday night.
Yeah. There'll be slip and slide competitions down the hill after the game, particularly if the Dragons can win. Ravalawa now.
Well, that's a good way to start the half for the Dragons.
Yeah, they've got to be aggressive. They've got to kick early. They've got to back their defence at the other end of the field to force errors. And then they've got to come up with some points to drag themselves back into this. They're capable.
The Dragons only won one in their last 6 against their next-door neighbours. And they're being forced to overcome a reasonable deficit here as we start the second half. to Bellin. Tackle made by Andrew Fafita. Great to see him out on the field after that shocking injury situation of last year. Pressure on Kennedy. He doesn't drop him. Does not drop them.
And that was a tough one too. He'd have been looking right up into the misty rain coming down.
Oh, whack! Big shot. It's Francis again. He's bruised a few ribs tonight, big Francis Molo. Oh, here he comes. Bang! It's Andrew Fafita that time. You don't knock him sideways easily. Now Brayley to Talakai.
Wow. He had 3 men unmarked outside him there. Couldn't pull the trigger to find a pass.
Hines hurries it inside the 40. Slow, not confident, allows it to bounce, got a soft bounce. And Moylan tries the one-on-one steal, but the young fullback is tackled inside his 30 now. Here's Ravalawa.
They need perfection, the Dragons. They were treated to perfection in the first half by the Sharks. They need perfection in this second 40 minutes.
A moan for Sewer and a backhanded pass to Lomax. He's trying to set up a 2-on-1. He couldn't get away from them. Excellent tackle. Connor Tracy 6 more.
Yeah, but he made 20 metres and he's now got 6 to go.
And Tracy's cooking back play too. Ravalawa is waiting for the referee to stop the game.
Don't worry about him, Ravalawa.
He's copped a head knock, so the trainers are worried. Ball's come out the back. Oh, the Dragons have kept it.
Well, they're down to 12, the Sharks.
Molo, he found Brayley, but Fafita came in to help. That's the 10. A glutted possession for the Dragons and numbers as well. Bird crashes through a hole and over.
Leave it, Cody.
Well, everything exciting in the first half for the Dragons come off Ben Hunt. And once again, he showed why he's the man in the Dragons. Here's the head knock to Connor Tracy. Zach Lomax, Connor Tracy's on the inside. There's a head knock straight away and then hits the ground on the Harvey Norman replay. Beautiful ball by Ben Hunt. DeBellin goes back to Hunt. And just the way he just fades backwards. Deceives the outside defence of the Sharks. And Jack Bird, what a combination they've been tonight.
Yeah, Britton Nakora got caught very flat-footed. Jesse Ramian heading out, worrying about something that hadn't happened yet. And Jack Bird hit the hole beautifully. He's a dangerous ball runner. Still at this stage of his career, he's bobbing up in different numbers and different positions. But that's a crucial try. Ramian's heading out. Nakora's standing flat-footed. Made it really easy for him. Andrew Johns.
Minutes into the second half, but as they come out in the field after half-time, you could really see a change in the Dragons. I think he may have given them a tickle up at half-time. The coach, they're on their toes, ready to go. Just talking myself in circles here. You know what I mean anyway. But you see a real difference in attitude. This one will go down to the wire. This one will go to the 80th minute.
He's not a wet weather commentator, Joey, is he?
No, I haven't got a W next to my name. I'm only good in a good 4, not a heavy 10.
Well, they had to fly the barriers, and they have. The Dragons with the first one after half-time.
Well, that first 4 minutes couldn't have gone any better for them. That's exactly what they needed. Gives them confidence, gets the crowd into the game, and it puts the Sharks on notice.
You talk about being perfect. The example of Zach Lomax having some space over on the right-hand side and went for the speculator, which went over the sideline this time, took the ball to the ground. Got to restart, 6 again, and finished in a try.
See, not only does that help the Dragons' mentality, what's it do to the Sharks? The Sharks now start thinking, we're 12 in front, there's 36 minutes to go.
The wind's against us.
Wind's against us, how do we hold on? You start getting them into protection mode, survival mode.
Oh, no man's laying this kick. There's no Sharks there. It's taken by the Dragons. Lomax nearly got out of the tackle. He gets it around the corner. This is play on. Ravalawa. Oh, he's had an air sweep.
He's knocked that on too, I think.
Make 10. Make 10. Make 10.
No,
Make
well,
10.
the touch judge was right over the top of it, and that's Belinda Sharp there. She didn't see a knock on.
Or he's knocked that on going to the ground.
They're going to need some tough runs here because the Dragons are lining up to hit someone.
That's what the doctor called for.
Now Moylan. I wonder if Hines will try and kick it. Brayley scampers out now. Hines, they found a bit of room out in that right side. And the pressure's off to a degree here. They're up to the halfway. Jesse Ramian playing it, and Hines works down the right short side and puts a kick over the top. Well taken by Tyrell Sloan. And that's a good set now. Look at that good ending to the set. Yep. Now Ravalawa. Well, there's certainly And some ferocity in their running after half-time. St George Illawarra. Ramsey now. Tackled by Rudolph. Now Sully. Tackle made by Fafita and help from Tolman. Francis Molo. Picks up about 8 metres and he's stopped on the Dragons' 40-metre line. Ball play to Mbai and Ben Hunt now. Oh, good kick. Look at that. Swirling. It's a high one. Oh, no thanks. And Kennedy let it bounce.
Well, they're lucky not to get a 6 again on that last tackle with Jesse Ramian going on with the tackle, and then that kick was beautiful. The two at the back there wanted nothing to do with it. And a little bit more luck there, they get a better bounce.
So there's McInnes. He's playing left back row at the moment. Now Talakai. Good run. Oh, yeah. Hines now. And Kennedy joining in and Ramian on an angled run back on the inside. Sorry, it was Nakora, my apologies. Now this is Hines again. And Brayley just about falls down on top of him with Mbai making the tackle. Helping him was DeBellin. Hines, oh, nice play. They're offside there. Gets to Moylan eventually. Moylan with a spiral pass to Talakai. He'll cut back infield. It's the last. He's going to put a kick through. It's knocked down here. It'll come down for Cronulla. Tolman's got it. It's 6 more tackles. Cronulla surely score a try. They are over in the most remarkable circumstances.
Well, that's incredible. Even more incredible because of the conditions.
I'm a bit nervous about Fafita getting the ball. I know Ramsey touches it, but I think he's within 10 metres. I'll be interested to watch this again on the Harvey Norman replay.
You think he's overrun it?
I think he was in front. Well, it's forward. Nico Hines, he just backs himself, doesn't he? Him and Matt Moylan got a great combination at the moment.
Yeah, where are you saying? Here?
Yeah, is Fafita offside or is he all right?
He's all right, I think.
He's fine.
Oh, good. That was a 6 to go too. So they saw the chance and they played positive football and they've got the try.
Yeah, he was forced to run it on tackle 5 there, Nico Hines, and everyone else supported him, stayed behind the ball. Ramsey had come in field trying to defuse it. Tolman picked it up with a quick pass. Kennedy, and eventually they get the ball out to Ramian, and that's a speculator, but it's a really important one.
Their passing's been brilliant in the conditions. Every one of their tries have been from shifting the ball from one side to the other. We had one nice kick from Nico earlier to get a try, but that's gone from the right into the middle, through front rowers, back into the hands of the halves. Here we go, Nico Hines. Doesn't see what he likes for a kick, so it goes to a front rower, back to the 5'8", to a second rower. He comes back through the middle, puts it on the boot, and all of a sudden the fast men. Aidan Tolman onto Kennedy, Nakora. Well, that's just a lot of great timing. Passes out in front, execution fantastic.
Have we got a camera behind Nico Hines here for this kick?
We've got cameras everywhere.
We want one behind Nico Hines. Have a look at this. He gets a little bit of protection of the breeze at this end behind that big stadium there.
Go on, Gus.
I'm saying nothing.
Look at that. Oh, look at that kick. It was unconventional, but what wonderful, enterprising play by Cronulla to score in response to the Dragons' try. So often you see it. Last tackle and the kicking option breaks down and they go through the hands and something happens out of nothing. Good run, Ikevalu. Can't wait for this one, gents. Tomorrow night, a Core Stadium home bush. It is the match we've all been waiting for. The Rabbitohs and the Roosters, traditional rivals with a whole lot of feeling. Do not miss any of the action on your home of rugby leagues. Oh! Nines Wide World of Sports. Whoa!
What a shot. That was Moses Mbai. Poor Leighton Tolman. The fillings fell out of his teeth. Boom. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
He's had plenty of them, mate. He plays his 300th game next week. What a career he's had.
Hold here, Blake. Go one.
And it's 29 minutes to go. The Dragons can't be deflated by that. The Sharks have cancelled out that perfect Dragons start. Dragons need to be first on the board again.
Good rushing defence. Tolman and Rudolph stop the bellin. Ben Hunt plays out to Moses Suli.
He's a good centre, Jesse Ramian. He's got football intelligence with his defence as well.
Ikevalu lets it bounce. Sitting very deep, aren't they, the Sharks backmen? Last couple of bounced, actually. Here's Sione Katoa.
Yeah, the wind's a bit fluky out there. The sock has come to life a little bit, Freddie. It's showing something.
Here's Moylan now. And Hamlin-Ueli's back out there. He's all fired up. Hines. Ikevalu, he's got a running catch of this. Oh, Ravalawa took off on Wednesday. And the Dragons have been bundled out.
Jumped over him.
Ravalawa, that happened right in front of Joey. Andrew, what odds were you giving McHaley of catching that?
Yeah, FVG coming out of Nandi. He went up too early.
Nearly hit him on the head.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a pilot error there. That's hilarious.
He did that to himself. Here's a great opportunity for the Sharks.
Hold. Go. No tackles.
Hamlin-Ueli runs at Mbai. Geez, I bet you can't wait to get this number 9 jumper off his back. Brayley working to Moylan. Now Hines and Nakora. That's a really good ball and all tackle. Jackson Ford on the ground. Number 16 for the Red V. Brayley with an inside pass now for Tolman. Right underneath the red dot at the northern end of Wynn Stadium. Brayley for Rudolph. He's pretty good from close range, Toby. He doesn't quite get there. Ford with another important tackle up top. A kick by Brayley. A chase by Hamlin-Ueli. The front rowers got one.
That's brilliant. That is real wet weather football and really smart dummy half play. A little call between the middlemen and the dummy half. Harvey Norman replay. Perfectly executed. Perfectly executed. Just made it so easy for the chasers. How good's that, Andrew?
Yeah, Blake Brayley, I've been really impressed with him since his debut, but it feels like this year he's really come of age. His big brother Jaden up there at Newcastle tore his Achilles. I understand there's a younger brother, Taj, who plays in the same position, plays dummy half. He's got a lot of ability. But this young guy, I think moving forward, Damien Cook coming to the end of his career next couple of years, I think this young fella, he'll be wearing representative number 9. Jeez, he's tough.
That's so hard to defend to, Freddie, isn't it?
Well, I'll tell you what was happening. Matt Moylan just had them all organised around on the left-hand side. They took the ball 5 metres to the right and then he'd move it forward, take him forward and then bring someone back. And the Saints' defence are just watching Matt Moylan the whole time just mesmerised by the plays moving in and out of positions, and Matt would bring one outside him. He was going to bring him under, and then all of a sudden, the hooker jumps out, puts a kick behind him. All the Dragons players are worried about Matt Moylan. It was perfection. Perfection.
They've combined well, haven't they, Brad? Hines and Moylan.
They've had 3 games together. It's been brilliant.
Yeah. Well, he only kicked the 1 goal last week, Nico. It was the match winner. He's been wonderful with the boot tonight.
Well, go to Joey about the Sharks halves.
Huh?
Time you run here, stay behind it. Jaden, hold behind it.
30 points to 6. The Sharks have been sublime in the wet here in Wollongong. Now a pilot medical update. Danica.
Yes, good news for Cronulla. Connor Tracy has passed his head injury assessment. He's got the card in his hand and he's ready to go back on. He was in the sheds with Wade Graham, who is still out injured, as Joey mentioned earlier in the game. He's back in 3 weeks, and tonight Wade has chosen to sit on the sidelines with his teammates, showing some real leadership skills, especially in this weather.
And the Sharks have come out with an error, coming out of trouble. Kavalu just in the tackle here. Slippery conditions, loses a handle on the ball. 30 points to 6 in wet and wild weather down here. This has been a clinic, absolute clinic from the Sharks. Still 24 minutes to go. Dragons need a hit back.
Oh, good defence, Ramian.
He's a smart player, Ramian. He's physical, but he's smart. Don't underestimate his knowledge of the game.
Jackson Ford now. Dale Finucane's back on the ground for the Sharks, and the try scorer Hamlin Ueli there. The other defender, Ben Hunt now. He goes to a moan around the back, and a chance here out wide for Lomax, but once again they've cut him off really well. That outside defence for Cronulla. They've shown them the sideline or shown them space, but cut them off time after time. Laurie this time. Just short of the 10-metre line now. Pass to Ben Hunt, and a pass for a rampaging Jack Bird, who got stopped in his tracks. Finucane and Nakora. A moan, a kick up high, they fly. Moylan's offside.
Yeah. Well, we'll stick with the play, but Jack Bird ran at the same hole he ran at last time. This time the door was shut.
Escort from Matt Moylan into Zach
They shut the door really quickly on him.
It was a lovely pass too from Ben Hunt.
Yeah, here comes Bird charging onto it. Nakora said, "Not this time, baby."
A moan to Hunt. And Sloan. Played to Bird, and now to Bellin. Rudolph's there, Finucane's there. He's always there, Dale Finucane. Couple short of the line here. Mbai to Ben Hunt, and then out to Amon, and now Lomax, and Tracy's got him in a bear hug. Oh, he got shoved. Oh, he might have got... No, he's just stayed in now. Connor Tracy's not well again here. Moylan had to come over and help finish the tackle. Well, Connor Tracy's in strife. He hasn't been out there for 30 seconds as Ford powers his way towards the goalposts.
Yeah, he got knocked down again.
Yeah, I think this is an
Ramon now, they're going to go that way. Oh, it's an intercept. Well, they were so short that Ikuvalu had no choice but to be infield, and they passed it straight to him.
Now, Connor Tracy has limped over the sideline down here. It might not be another head knock. It may well be
left ankle.
Left ankle problem. Yeah. Let's have a look. Yeah, his ankle got twisted in underneath there. You'll see that his leg got twisted right in underneath. And you'll watch when he comes to the sideline, he actually limps over the sideline so they can make a replacement. So, thankfully, it's not another head knock. His left ankle gets caught in underneath there.
Okay, beyond now.
And the Dragons exacerbate their error with a penalty.
He's actually moving okay now, Connor Tracy, up the sideline. He's
scouting.
moving in it.
At least it wasn't a head knock, so that's good.
Toby Rudolph. Good quick play the ball, that one. And Hines is off. And McCaw is there to help him. I lost the ball. Dragons get it back. Bird over the top. Sloan joining in.
One-on-one strip. One-on-one strip, but knock on Dragons.
Oh.
Ken, going to it. Okay.
We've got a challenge.
We've ruled one-on-one strip Dragons and then knock on by the Dragons. Dragons are challenging that the ball is knocked on.
Stripped by Ben Hunt.
Just looking to determine whether there's one or two players involved in this tackle.
It's a likely culprit again.
Well, Dragons might have challenged and they might cost themselves a penalty. So it's one there and...
It's a one-on-one strip which then goes forward and hits the leg of Britton Nakora. The challenge is unsuccessful.
Middle, boys. No more
I reckon
challenges,
these back
Dragons.
rows would really appreciate at the moment playing with Matt Moylan and Nico
In the
Hines.
middle here.
I sit there and watch a lot of teams where the back rows, the only time they get the ball is flat and right on the defence and gives them very little time to do anything. Well, these blokes, they get an early ball, get a bit of time to play footy themselves.
Jaden all the way in.
They're not just battering rams.
I love back rowers that
They'd
can
be
use the
loving
ball. Love back rowers that pass it.
Moylan to Hines and Kennedy. Good tackle, Zach Lomax. Really good tackle. Hines to Brayley to Rudolph. Oh, he's met strongly by Laurie in the first line of defence, and then the reinforcements come in, DeBellin amongst them. 16 metres out from the St George Illawarra line. Finucane had a look out the back, but tackled hard into the ground within 9 of the line. The fullback of Moan was part of that, so Brayley's going to run. He broke the first tackle. Oh, he had Moylan running up at pace, but couldn't slip a pass away. McInnes in the dummy half. Then Moylan for Kennedy. And here's Ramian again. He'll offload. Hamlin-Ueli's there. They just keep throwing football at them, don't they? Brilliant stuff. Hamlin-Ueli nearly at the line. In fact, he's held up over it.
Tackle 5, time off, out 10. Tackle 5.
He's got over the line.
Out 10, Braden. Last
Fitzy
tackle.
will be loving what he's seeing.
Jack, push up. Go, last.
Moylan for Hines now. A poke towards the in goal. Perfectly weighted kick again.
Clinic. Bradley, you played a lot of football with Craig Fitzgibbon, defended alongside of him for a number of years. What are the elements of the Sharks team do you think that he's instilled already in this short stint?
The basics. You look at the timing. You have a look at the timing. All the passing's out in front. The ethics are good. They work hard for each other. That was his greatest asset. He just worked so hard for everyone on the team, but he's instilled that real basics. Just catching and passing, supporting each other, and working hard for each other. If you can do that, you beat most teams.
So play the ball, boys. Play the ball.
So the short drop kick worked, but Ramsey went over the touchline after he caught it.
Perfect position here for the Sharks.
Hold. Hold. Go. No tackles.
He was a champion player, wasn't he?
I just have to have a leash on him. He just wanted to tackle everyone. And I just say, Fitz, you got to hold on, mate. You need to tackle this bloke on the run at me.
Hines, oh, that was a bit too hot to handle. Might just ask Andrew here, what are you seeing in these two Sharks halves? They look like, as a combination, that they mould together really well.
Well, they know each other's game. That's the big thing with a lot of the halves who come through. They don't know their game. They don't know their real strengths and the players around them's strength. So, look, they're at a stage of their career, that real fat period, in their footy career where they're going to do their best footy. But I'm going to echo Freddie's, what he said about Craig Fitzgibbon. They are all well drilled. The halves know their job. They know their game. But the players around them understand what their strengths are. They are so well coached, this team. And I've got to say, sitting next to the bench here, they seem a real happy mob. There's a lot of team spirit in this club. I think you're looking maybe at a top 4 team here with the Sharks.
And staying on the sideline, another pilot medical update, Danica.
Yes, unfortunate news for Cronulla. Connor Tracy's night is over. We thought initially it might have been an ankle injury, but it's actually a groin injury. But speaking to their doctor, they say they're not too concerned at this stage. They don't think it's that serious, but he won't be back on the field tonight.
Thank you, Dr. Mason. There he is. He's had a mixed night, Connor.
He had a rough night, hasn't he? Good player too.
Go for time.
Just to prove it's a groin injury, we'll put a bit of ice on it in front of the cameras.
Sewer.
I always remember that famous vision of Andrew Johns sitting on the sideline with ice packs under his shorts.
Big fuzzy hairy legs.
Hanging out the bottom of his shorts.
Sorry, De Niro.
De Niro.
I wish we could call up vision straight away. I wish we had a library of it.
I don't know what Robert De Niro's got to do with anything.
No, this is clinical. And I think too, Josh Hannay did a really good job with this side as a caretaker coach before Fitzgibbon got here, and I believe he does a fair bit of the attack too. So he's got to be given his credit for what we're looking at here tonight.
Ramian's run forever tonight. He's had so much room. I think that's pointing to what you said before, Brad. They're not getting the ball under pressure, these outside men, the back row and the centre, although this time might be the exception. Oh no, he gets the pass away. They're making plenty of ground because they're all deep and getting the ball at the right time. Hines now. Plenty of Sharks after this one. Oh, Ravalawa. Yeah, just a little bit jittery whenever he's coming in to catch a high one, but he did well.
You go back to the try Jesse Ramian scored, and I just browse over who passed the ball. I went front rower, halfback, front rower, 5'8", second rower, kick, front rower, back to fullback, second rower, centre. Well, that's playing. And everyone's dangerous. Everyone's looking to play. Everyone's doing their job.
They're pretty flat now, St George Illawarra. Someone's got to offer something here. They've gone about 20 metres on this set, and Ben Hunt has to kick from very deep. He's got plenty of spiral on that. Oh, Will Kennedy, what a good take. And he's half through a gap.
That must feel so good. I have never done what he just did. That just looks like it would feel so good. Catching a ball, sliding on your knee, and then get up and beat someone with the ball.
Oh, look at this. He's pulled straight through a hole here, Ikuvalu. Moylan's coming up in support, not quick enough. Oh, they still haven't stopped him. Ikuvalu. He gets up within 12 metres of the line. That was pitiful defence by the Dragons there. Now Hines, he's going to go himself. Oh, they've totally outgunned them here tonight.
Yeah. Well, just when you think you've seen it all from this halfback, have a look at this. The bust from Ikuvalu is tremendous. Harvey Norman replay. But I want Andrew Johns to talk to you about the courage and the vision and the awareness here of Nico Hines, who just shows us another string to his bow. More importantly, another string to his attitude. Andrew, the halfback just siding up and saying, I'm going to tear through these fellas.
Well, he sees the big men coming up sideways, and that's a big indicator for you to go. But it looks easy here, but you go in the teeth of the defence like that around them big men. A lot of times you get your rib cage rattled up. That's smart to see the gap, but then it's toughness to go into the line and through the line like that. That's an incredible try.
Well, he's just put on a clinic here tonight, Nico Hines.
It's the Nico show, isn't it?
An absolute clinic. Look at this scoreboard in these conditions. And it's kind of like the game we're watching. Only one team is playing football.
Gussie, I'll get your comments after this kick at goal, but he seems to have just a lot of time, Nico Hines.
Yeah, and he doesn't look like he's moving fast, but he is. He doesn't look like he's evading, but he is. He just makes people miss. He makes people stand still, and he looks quicker.
Yes, can't wait for this one tomorrow night. We are heading to a Core Stadium Homebush for the grudge match between Latrell's Rabbitohs and Teddy's Roosters. The traditional rivals lining up. There's Joey Manu, there's Latrell. We all know what happened last time. Don't miss a minute of it. Right here on your home of Rugby League 9's Wide World of Sports.
Stay behind it, Zach. Time it.
As Gus has been saying all week, almost like he's egging them on. Something is going to happen.
Take it to the bank, baby.
36-6. This game has gotten away quick, hasn't it?
Well, I didn't see anything like that on the scoreboard when we got here tonight under the conditions. No. And it shouldn't be. But it's been an absolute clinic
forward,
from the
10
Sharks.
metres. Jackson.
And as the game's worn on, the Dragons have started to sag. Discipline, penalties, sin bins.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll get your thoughts on that, Brad. Actually, the 2 sin bins last week, the one tonight to Jaden Sewer, a number of penalties that could have been avoided. Do you see that as being a huge impediment for the Dragons at the moment?
Oh, although it started last year in the Magic Round, and it was obvious the league wanted to make a change in the game, and I think the Dragons might have had about 4 or 5 sin bin in that one game. And I don't think everything's really changed. Trying to win a game physically when you need more than that these days because you can't do it. You know, their footwork's too good, their passing's so good. You're getting caught on surprise all the time. So if you're thinking aggression all the time, you're going to hit people high and you're going to get penalised in sin bin. So, you know, you need more than that. You need more than aggression. You know, you need tactics and you need execution.
But it's been in their recruitment too, Brad, hasn't it? I mean, we looked at their recruitment over the last couple of years. It's been all about size and aggression. So as though that's the way we're going to be and that's the way we're going to play. And that will win them games. There will be days where they have good days doing that and will suit what's going to happen. And they've been aggressive at different stages tonight, but there's been no football off the back of it.
Jack Gacheski into the game late. There's Hunt now and Jaden Sewer.
He's a good player.
I've got a few out too. It's worth mentioning. Andrew McCullough, the obvious one, with a dislocated elbow last week. That looked awfully painful. Aaron Woods with a hamstring. Jaden Sullivan with a hamstring. No Billy Burns, no Fuimano, no Josh Maguire. So there is some high caliber players on the sideline as that one rolls in touch and goal.
Do they have another hooker in the club? I know you got Moses Mbai, but
yeah,
I think young Amoni at the moment's playing in the hooker. So he was just out of dummy half a second ago.
I mean, at times last year, well, they used Jaden Sullivan at dummy half, and they even used Josh Maguire. So both of those two are unavailable.
Jaden Sullivan's a potentially very good young halfback. Yeah. You don't want to be throwing him into hooker at that stage of his career.
You wouldn't want to be playing a hooker.
Well, he did. He had his 3 debut games last year, all at hooker, out of position. That's not developing your halfback of the future.
Moylan, he's got it in one hand, and now Hines, and here you go again with Kennedy, and straight away to Ramian. He wants an offload. Oh, good work. Oh, Kennedy. He just doesn't drop it. Braden Trindle.
No, not a good ball. That was a bad pass. And there was an opportunity there. Had that ball hit the mark. Okay. It's one of the only 4 passes they've thrown tonight.
Junior,
there was a 2-on-1 chance on the outside. Look at this. If this ball hits the mark, Talakai is outside his man with a man outside, and the ball was thrown at his feet. Good player, young Braden Trindle.
Yeah, and just come on. He hasn't had a feel of the game.
Yeah, no, he's been sitting on the bench all night waiting for his chance. 10,122 brave souls got here to win stadium tonight.
You know what? Everyone on the hill should get a free pie on the way out. And a hot chocolate. It'll be a cold pie and a hot chocolate. He's hung now. Oh, good Matt Moylan.
Good read.
Matt Moylan's crunching blokes.
Well, the ball movement's so slow they can just tick them off there. So they're up in their face again.
Oh! Oh, was it high?
Jesse
got that
Ramian.
wrong.
Yep.
Oh, that was a real clatter of bodies.
Well, it happened both sides of the field. The ball movement is so slow and predictable. Firstly, Moylan on this side. Then on that side, up goes Nico Hines. Jesse Ramian follows him in. Just got it wrong, but it's still really good reading in defence.
He's in the bin.
He jumps off the ground. It's on report and in the bin, Jesse.
Go and use the hot water, Jesse.
Yeah, Gus was saying before about it. There's more to Jesse than his strength. His reads in defence have been fantastic, but it's also part of his game where you just got to get him a bit lower. You're just not going to last these days. If you get in that wrong.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, but he had all the opportunity to go lower. He had Gajewski. He saw exactly where he was. He had a chance to tackle him wherever he wanted.
But he's allowed to tackle him around the ball, Bradley.
He hit him around the head.
No, he just got over the top of the ball. That's where it got up.
Right in the head.
No. No.
That's a moan doing the dummy half work. Now Jack Bird with a pass on the inside to Jaden Sewer. Tackled by McInnes and Moylan there as well. So a moan looks like he's doing the work in the number 9, and Jack Bird will be playing 5/8. 15 short of the line. One-handed scoop and run now. Bird and away to Sewer. That's where they're poised. Bird fires it away to Hunt. He'll kick here. He's got outside man chasing. It's a try, is it?
Yeah, I think it's good.
He's got the ball down. I think the Sharks man spilt it, I think.
Well, they show their intentions. The Dragons outside here on the Harvey Norman replay. Ben Hunt goes to the line. Have a look at them all pointing behind. There was no way in the world the ball could have been passed.
No, Gajewski.
And it was Gajewski. That was the man that landed in his lap. A beautiful kick.
Wow.
The outside just pushing up where there was no option other than a kick. And landed flush in Gajewski's lap.
So Gajewski called into this team with the absences of some of those Dragons, Aaron Woods and Andrew McCulloch. 36 points to 12. The Sharks could be 3 from 3 if you think about it. You go back to round 1, they got nutted on the line against the Raiders. They did the same themselves to Parramatta last week, and they've been in command of this early. So it's a good start to a new era at the club.
Guys, could you imagine Fitz's experience the first 2 weeks? Both games, one in the 80th minute.
He wasn't there for the first one. He had COVID, remember?
Watched it on telly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, these sides are sort of where they're going to play in a lot of those games this year. Some you're going to win, some you're going to lose.
Oh, this poor bloke
Time to
McInnes.
run. Get behind the
His head has
Hissiani.
been battered. It's just been battered, hasn't it?
He's really missed his footy. That's straight out there and stuck his head.
Honestly. We may as well stick it in the vice and hit it with a sledgehammer.
And then runs up and leads the line to tackle Ravalawa.
Oh, he's a ripper. Suncorp for Chemist Warehouse Sunday afternoon footy with the Broncos against the Cowboys. Another local showdown. It'll be a big Sunday of rugby league in Brisbane, live on Nines Wide World of Sports. We've got a couple of NRLW games before that as well. I'm looking forward to that. Broncos and Cows. That might be the sort of finish that we became used to seeing a few years back. Both shown really positive signs to start the year.
They had a different type of rivalry, didn't they?
Oh, it was remarkable.
The games were incredible.
It was a different type of footy, wasn't it? There was no wrestle in their games. Neither Broncos nor Cowboys were wrestlers. The games were fast-flowing. They were played in great spirit. Even though they had great rivalry, you never saw the drama.
Oh, gee, that's good play. Good slip ball.
Oh.
That's a cracking pass. Ravalawa put it on the boot and it bounced off Kennedy over the sideline.
Sharks play the ball.
Yeah, you went to those
Sharks
games knowing
play the
that they'd be golden point or there'd be nothing in it in the last.
Yeah, it was a different sort of rivalry. You know, you get a rivalry between the Bulldogs and the Eels. You get a rivalry between the Roosters and South Sydney. There's always drama. There was never that sort of drama in those games. It was always played in such a great spirit with great football, and everything just went down to the wire. It was remarkable how many went to golden point or extra times and different things. It was just, and of course the grand final.
The grand final
was incredible. It was one of the most magical grand finals of all time.
I remember sitting on the sideline and commentating, just watching, and then when Michael Morgan come running down the sideline, I started skipping.
You started running down the
alongside of him with me hand in the air cheering. I'm just.
Oh, that was
incredible.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Bradley's actually a Queensland supporter. So.
He's a rugby league supporter. Rugby league was the winner that night, Brad, wasn't it? Anyway, we've talked Sunday footy up, haven't we?
You know what I like about the Cowboys? Last week, they had more presence just in watching them play than I've seen in a couple of years.
There's a long kick again by Hines. And taken by Ramsey.
Yeah. Matt Moylan.
I think the feature of that game on Sunday, the speed out wide in both teams.
Well, they have some absolute flyers on both sides. You think about the Hammer at fullback and Tuilagi, great finisher.
What about?
Yeah. And then Staggs and Farnworth and Tessie New.
Well, it's good. We need the Queensland team strong. They've been in the doldrums. We need them all strong.
Bird looking to spark something. Moses Sully.
Selwyn Cobbo. Tony Staggs and Selwyn Cobbo.
I forgot to mention Selwyn Cobbo, of course. It's Joey's new favourite player, Selwyn Cobbo. Over it comes now. Sewer. We've got a tackle count restart. We've got a penalty.
Matt Moylan.
Yeah, well, the one I'm interested in is Adam Reynolds. Now that he's actually had a run with the team, I think his impact will only get greater as they go along. He'll really get the best out of them kids. Give them plenty of direction. Less than 2 minutes to go here. The Dragons up against 12 men, starting to get a bit of possession.
He's Hunt into half a hole over the shoulder. They keep it alive. Couple of bounces. Oh, tunnel ball. Another one. Oh, we got another sin bin.
Time off. The jag back. That's a potential try score.
They're down to 11 now. Hurry on, Andrew.
Yeah, please go off the back, Andrew.
Just go up into the sheds. It's a shorter walk. Here's Sully with a thunderous run. Oh, what a... Is that Nico Hines one-on-one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an unbelievable tackle. And he's in there amongst the group, backing up again.
36-12.
They will want to keep them out here. An 11-man line will be doing everything they can to stop the Dragons from scoring at the end. Hunt with a kick. It's bounced off the head. They're going to do that. Ikevalu's got the ball back.
Well, the Dragons went for the cheap option there. With a minute to play. They could have taken away something for these 10,000 people that turned up to watch them.
Well, it's tackle 3 against 11 men, and they've gone for a trick shot grubber kick. Anyway, very good from the Sharks. They can be well pleased with coming down the highway tonight in these conditions and putting on such a display. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, great Andrew Johns has said tonight that he thinks they're a top 4 team.
It's hard to argue.
Everybody up. Shot clock on. Time off. Shot clock still runs.
Oh, Accor Stadium tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah.
I might go there and park the car now, just to get a good spot.
I think you've still got a parking spot reserved for you.
No, I'll go and wait now. I'm not going home. I'm going to Accor Stadium.
Have a shout, please.
Sit there and wait.
So, Sewley, last 10 seconds. One more play of the game. Away to Ben Hunt. Is he going to kick it? No, he goes to Ramsey. He's dropped it. That sums up the Dragons' night. But the latest renewal of the Southern Sydney derby has gone Cronulla's way in the most convincing of fashion. They've won their third match in their last 15 games down here at WIN Stadium, and they have done it to a nicety. Cronulla 36 over the Dragons 12 in Thursday night football.